It'd be weird, Impy. It would be interesting if your mom called you out for not being in a bar picking up women. It'd be very progressive of her.
Well, my dad tried to take me to a strip club. Let's be honest.
Maybe something that you'd like. Still funny.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, that doesn't work.
Maybe you'll see something you like. Really, Dad? Thanks for supporting my life choices.
That's really open-minded of you, dude. Good on you.
Good. I mean, it's weird, but good job.
You're moving forward. I like it.
It's weirder when your dad said, "Man, if I knew you in high school, I would have totally dated you." And I'm like,
What?
Yeah, that got awkward real fast.
You had to make it weird. You had to make it weird, Impy's dad.
So
Not that it wasn't already weird, but still, you had to take it further than it should have gone.
that's
Further than it had any real right to go.
Oh yeah. That's not even funny. That's just sad.
On a side note,
That's not awkward.
didn't actually find me appealing, so there's that.
my God. People are going to start watching this purely for the social dysfunction.
This week on Impy's dad is fucking weird.
That's truer than you know, probably.
Rise of the Runelords, the most intense soap opera you'll ever listen to.
Alright, combo. We have a high damage combo.
My life is a soap opera. This is like ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty much.
We can't
Wow.
even make this shit up. This is shit that's actually happening.
I know. It's like my life is a soap opera, and it's real. What do I even fucking do, guys?
Holy
QQ.
crap, TV was telling the truth.
This shit actually does happen. What the fuck?
TV didn't lie to me for once. I don't know how to handle that. I'd been kind of conditioned to accept it by this point. I don't know how to handle this now.
Does that mean your parents lied to you when they said TV lied to you? Everything's a lie. Nothing's real.
Maybe
The
your
world
mom
doesn't
secretly
exist.
wants to bang you, Jeff. Let's be honest.
I don't know what's real. Are you all figments of my imagination?
Let's see, the only
Probably,
thing
yeah.
I'm missing
Secretly
for
afraid
this
you
to
are.
be a real soap opera is for somebody to die and then come back to life.
I can swing that.
Or be stranded in the Amazon for a couple of seasons, I mean years.
Or get trapped in an elevator.
For a couple of seasons. I mean, episodes.
Yeah, I mean years. Oh, I have a combo.
Nick,
What I
I'm
don't
pregnant and you're the
understand-
father.
Here's what I don't understand about soap
Wow.
operas. This is one thing that really, really bothers me, okay?
What?
No matter what, when Christmas time rolls around, there are always Christmas episodes. However, when Christmas time goes away, so do the Christmas episodes, and yet time has progressed only 15 minutes.
This is not incorrect.
And by the time the next year's Christmas rolls around, time has progressed maybe an hour. Maybe. So, like, do these people just have Christmas, like, every 3 hours?
Hell yeah. Oh, super Christmas.
Yeah, it's like Chinese New Year.
Also, oh my god, super is a command grab you can combo into.
Anyways, I'm ready. I'm just ranting until somebody says, let's go.
Well, before we get going, Impy, is this something that Zamifi would do?
Oh, let me see. Oh, did
Oh,
you
what
guys
has
look
he
at my really cool GIF? Because I thought it was relevant to our dungeon pulling tactics.
Who the fuck says GIF instead of, GIF?
I think that might be worse than GIF.
What, GIF?
I think saying GIF might be worse than saying GIF.
I can hear somebody listening to the puking.
So, Scott, here's the question. Does it just keep going for an hour? Legit?
In the actual show, it goes for maybe 20 seconds, and then there's a 2-minute one during the credits.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
somebody
if you said Zamifi Rumble Dazzle Glitter, that would be the effects of what happened.
It all makes sense now.
But let's be honest, Zamifi would be more likely to use her weapon at her barf as a weapon. Hold on. Let me find that. I don't know if I ever showed that to you. Potion?
You said using barf as a weapon and then are looking for a video. I'm afraid.
I'm not going to click that link.
Yeah.
I don't
This
think
is
anybody's
actually a pretty epic link. It's totally relevant to Pathfinder as well.
Uh-uh.
We're
It's
not
like
gonna
they're
fall for
fighting
that.
And like they're just like chugging potions.
Nope.
Not falling for it.
Click on it. Seriously. It's two wizards fighting chugging potions.
I'm not going to do that to my viewers.
And
Well,
then like
what
their
if I'm the
vomit
only one?
explodes and shit. It's super fucking cool.
Nick,
Potion.
Nick,
Oh, it's Corridor Digital.
I'm
No,
gonna
this is gonna be good.
take the hit for you.
Corridor Digital is awesome. Oh god, this is gonna be good. You got a lot of potion left in that bottle, dude. Oh, this is a bad idea.
I'm just going to sit here and be ready to play. Munch on my apple.
Isn't this awesome?
This is amazing. Oh god, there it is. Oh.
They Paul puke.
Oh no. Oh, that's fire. Oh my god.
Fine.
Jesus. He is that is cool. That is really cool. What? What the fuck's that? Oh god. Oh shit. That is that. That's not good.
They're bad things, right?
That is. I think that is potion miscibility taken physical form.
Oh yes. Really, that dude should be lucky he didn't just explode when he
Just
double
straight
fisted.
up boom. That was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
So this is what happens when people just use way too much potion?
Just don't chug it, dude. It's like you can't drink that much normally. Why would it be different if it's magical? Do you pee out?
Belford has been courting death this entire time.
Jeff was like, Belford is watching this. He's like, maybe I should make a few life changes.
Close call. Close. Oh.
Actually, I think Belford is looking at this and thinking, amateurs.
What are these moving pictures?
What is this? Who's been filming me?
These contours.
See, Nick, you didn't want to click on it. It was totally worth it.
In fairness, you didn't exactly set it up too promisingly.
I said it's awesome. It's two guys chugging potions, and then they have a vomit war.
It's on the internet. That's not a good.
No.
I mean,
It's not a good pitch. I'm sorry. That's a terrible.
that's a
pitch.
terrible pitch because we literally expected two people chugging something and then
and
Actual vomit.
throwing up on each other.
The rest of us were expecting an Ipecac fight.
As hilarious as that probably honestly would have been, and I likely would have watched the whole thing anyway. I'm very, very glad it wasn't.
To be fair, I do click on random vomit videos all the time, so there's that.
Weird.
See?
I just want to.
I've never actually linked you guys one of the vomit videos though, because I haven't found a good one yet.
No,
Yeah.
but you did link that one of the girl fisting herself with a ball of gummy worms.
Classic.
Yes, I did.
Classic internet.
I never linked you. We can do better than that, Jeff.
Let's not
Yes,
start that
yes, you
tonight.
have, actually. Yes, you have, and you don't need to do it again. Ever. Ever again.
Maybe I don't think you linked me that yet.
Oh, let me find that for you, Rowan.
How about we just play first and link porn with each other after?
I'm ready to play whenever, honestly. I'm just sitting in the ranked match lobby, really, really hoping that I can get more than literally one game out of Street Fighter V in the last 4 hours.
No,
Oh,
Rowan, don't watch this
you
when your
can't.
parents walk into the room,
Because
alright?
we're playing a
Huh?
game.
I'm sure it's no weirder than me sitting in front of my computer RPG. You nerds.
I mean, depends on what your parents' definition of weird is.
I will post this in private chat for you, Rowan.
Yes,
'Cause I don't think
yes.
people want that.
That's specifically requested. This is not a general delivery. This is a direct order. Okay, I'm closing Street Fighter V because it's just making me sad. Okay, this should be funny. E-fucked. How is this even possible?
So, whilst that's happening, when we last left off, you all handed Nualia her ass.
Yes. Also, Jeff, I left you a ding about that, by the way.
Mm.
It's very relevant. You need to read it. In private chat.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Okay, good.
I feel like there are a couple of things you overlooked, but yes.
Oh shit! I need that page. Can I go back and get that page?
What page?
Huh? The page that means JD's innocent. I fucking need that. God damn it. It's like I'm gonna walk halfway down the stairs after Ileana finishes jarring the door, and then I'm gonna be like, crap.
Yeah.
And like I go walk
You
back
have
up
to
the
go
stairs.
ask for her diary back.
It's just basically gonna ask her to slide it under the door frame. I need
I have a page of your diary.
some shit about innocence. This is just
Perverted old man.
like redemption or something. Okay, I still haven't watched it.
So you're going to ask the woman half your age about taking her diary again.
Technically, she's an ASMR. She's older than him.
No, actually.
She's actually really young.
So she shouldn't have any class levels? I mean...
Doesn't work like that.
Zamifi is 59, and the minimum age for an
The
ASMR.
minimal recommended starting age. That doesn't mean it's the
Which
hard and
means-
fast rule.
Which means Zamifi is the equivalent of a 16-year-old human.
Doesn't work like that.
Is that the
From-
fucking Rocky music?
Yeah, it is.
Oh god.
Well, I know what Rowan's watching.
What is... Oh god. This is gonna happen. Yeah. No. I'm just
Show
gonna
me your fingers.
No, I don't. Oh, that's.
I really want to know what part he's watching to elicit that reaction.
Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Oh no! I'm the commute.
Okay, now I am actually kind of curious, damn it.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't
not
abandon all hope
during-
you enter here.
the session. Wait till after the session.
No, just wait till that was a bad idea. Oh, that was fucking weird.
Wasn't it?
The
Dude!
part that got me was the first one was like, I've seen worse than that.
No, you
The
haven't.
second was like, the first clip is like, I've seen worse than that.
Not the second one.
The second clip was like, that's gonna get infected.
That's a thing that happened.
It's like, that's yeast poisoning, dude. That's not good. The third one was just fucking hilarious. The fourth one, do not want.
Like, are you just anti-lesbians, Rowan, or are you anti-show me your fingers?
Anti-show me your face. That shit's weird enough when I come across it accidentally in cartoon porn, much less with real people. It makes me uncomfortable when that shit's drawn. I don't need to see it enacted in front of my face.
I want to know how the woman freaking got her fingers in there. I don't think that my hand would fit up there.
Okay, shut up. Just go. No.
We
No
do
more-
have to keep
no
this
talking.
somewhat
No
rated
more
appropriately.
Of this. Silent.
Don't want shit to
Silent.
get flagged for deletion, Impy.
Oh.
I think that ship sailed, Nick.
I'm gonna be honest, when my dad took me to a strip club, I'm pretty sure that ship sailed.
No, that's.
Let's be perfectly honest with ourselves, Nick. That ship's a dot on the horizon
I've heard that.
and steadily gaining speed.
What happy songs I put on to?
Anyways, we were in a session. We were trying to get started. Before we
Jeff,
got
can I
derailed.
get those pages easily enough in Magalia? Like, just the one page. I just need the one page.
What was I saying? I don't remember.
You were making an argument against Azamars starting out and having class levels before they're 60.
I should.
Oh no, I'm just arguing that if she's younger than 59, which is the minimum starting age, then she's like 12 mentally.
Not entirely true. How exactly the higher age categories for some of the longer lived races, how those are compared to humans tends to be a little bit vague. Generally speaking, that means you reach physical maturity for your race, generally speaking, around, in the case of an Azamar, it would be somewhere around the 50-year mark, but you wouldn't be considered an emotionally mature Azamara until around 60-ish.
But also, with you trying to make the argument that she would be 12 with class levels, she was also raised completely surrounded by humans. So when she was 16, everyone she grew up with was also 16. So she would have the same mental capacity as they would.
No, she
Not
would be like the
necessarily.
retarded kid.
You don't necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Like, if what's got by Scott's argument,
Regardless.
It's never set in stone so that situations like this do arise. Pathfinder never sets it in stone.
Yes.
Anyway.
Regardless. Not irregardless. 'Cause that's
Irregardless.
not a word, Nick. I am going to return to the doorway of Nualia and. Okay, alright, back in the zone. Assuming it's still closed, I would hope.
It is in fact still closed. What?
They have to ask you for one of the pages back. Temporarily.
Did you have a specific one in mind, or you just need a tissue?
One we described down the church.
Okay, whose house is collapsing?
Nobody's.
That
I'm
was
walking
Scott.
with the computer.
Damn if your floors don't creak.
He's just got a really good mic.
This computer does have a fantastic mic, which is why I have to wear headphones.
Yeah. So the statement being the one where you described burning down the church with your father inside.
Yeah, I'm fine. Didn't fall. Was turning off lights. I almost tripped over the vacuum cleaner, which would have been very bad because I have a computer in hand.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Stubbed my toe hard though.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Just roll a Diplo.
This is the first time, Jeff, you have asked me to roll a Diplo when trying to get something I want from Nualia.
Are you complaining?
Yeah, you're asking her to tear a page out of her diary, dude. That's like a woman's sacred place.
These were loose.
That's a woman's sacred place.
These were loose.
These were loose
She's
papers.
Evil.
It's okay.
Fuck
so
sacred.
you're still asking
Hey.
her to give you a loose page of her diary.
And Rowan,
That is a woman's sacred place, Rowan.
I want to point out that before this, I've been rolling all of the diplomacy checks for you, basically.
Yes, I wish you had come back. Unfortunately, I was too slow. Okay, well, I mean, it's kind of charismatic, maybe. That wasn't bad.
After a long silence, you hear from the other side of the door. May I ask why?
Fair question.
To clear the conscience of one of my traveling companions. JD. He's under the impression that he may have accidentally burnt down the church, which killed his parents. You giving me that page would go a long way towards clearing his conscience.
Well, on the one hand, I don't really care what your little friend thinks about what happened. On the other hand, it'd probably go a long way towards this trust thing you're all on about it, wouldn't it?
That would be my hope, yes.
On the other hand, you did kind of already steal my diary once.
Well, I could have showed the pages to him before when we were all downstairs debating over your fate. But then he probably wouldn't have been on your side. I figured enough blood had been shed today.
Another long silence. Oh, what the hell. After a couple of seconds, you're going to see a sheet of paper slide out.
I will take the sheet of paper and read it over and make sure that, everything's cool. This is, in fact, the page.
It is, in fact, the page.
Thank you.
And I'm going to put it in my bag.
I'm not going to show him until after we're finished here, so if you want it back, I guess you'll just have to stick around.
And then, if she doesn't say anything, I shall proceed downstairs.
Okay, so you head back downstairs.
Paper secure inside my bag. And I will show it to JD after we finish clearing this floor, because I don't want him getting all fucking murdery.
I don't know, I'd be in the right frame of mind for him to be killing things down here.
No, yes, but I want him smart. I want him thinking.
It's JD.
Fuck
as
off!
Smart as I can get. I don't need a handicap for the handicapped.
Fuck off! Both of you go to hell. I will immolate you.
Come on, that's a good line, man.
Okay. So, y'all are downstairs doing downstairs things.
So it would seem.
Chair, sitting there, waiting for
I don't see Zamifi.
us to move on. Zamifi walked away, and at least JD is not bothered to go after her.
Zamifi and Elian are in the crypt.
I'm going to go find them.
No, Zamifi was wandering around until she found a place where she thought would be hiding. She's not going to sit in an open crypt. I just wasn't moving anywhere because you were ignoring me, so.
Well, you did say that you found the room with the water, and you stuck around in that room for a couple of minutes because you searched it and poked it, and then you walked out of that room because you were bored, so it would depend on how much time has passed before.
Wait, you searched the
Ileana
water?
No, I said I was going to sit on the edge of the water and sulk. I didn't leave the room. I sat there and sulked.
She just looked around in that room and then sulked by the water. If I remember correctly.
Okay, so. We will. No, you head back. You head back up that hallway, sir.
Yeah.
We are going to detail where Zamifi gets up to during all this. So you're saying you're going down that hallway?
Yeah.
All right. Which of these two corridors are you wanting to go down first?
I don't know. Do I see anything down this one?
You see.
That would be the first one I came to. I would look and be like, what's up?
An open door.
An open door. What's on this one?
The stairs.
Yeah, I don't want to go back up. Let's go look at this open door.
Nope. Stairs. Down.
Stairs down. Ooh. Deeper into the darkness. Yeah, I want to go down. I know they went up. I'm going to go down.
Zamifi, are you sure we should be wandering around on our own?
I'm not sure of anything right now. If you don't want to be here, you can leave.
I didn't say that. You find a closed door.
I'm going to tug on that handle.
The handle is, let's see. It is unlocked.
Let us open the door.
Okay. This one is going to take a second. This is a rather expansive room. Okay, in this room, let's see. The sound of sloshing water fills this room, which is almost entirely collapsed into a large tide pool. What few walls do remain intact here bear detailed and impressive carvings of incredible treasures, filled to overflowing with coins, gems, jewelry, and other items of value. To the east, the walls depict a carving of a towering mountain, its peak carved in the shape of a stern face, just above a great palace. Below the side of the mountain's valley cradles an immense city of spires.
Pretty. She's gonna walk in and close the door behind her. And sit.
All right. Now, almost immediately you hear a slight rumble coming from within the pool.
I want to be honest. I feel like I should roll a perception check, considering it's negative.
You should, actually. I'm actually wondering if you do notice this.
Right? Let's be honest. Elion does. Zruivi doesn't. Elion does.
Elion directs your attention to a large ornate helmet, like literally giant-sized, in the pool that is slowly turning in your direction.
Like a helmet, like a hat that you put on your head?
Yes. Massive. Like, you could fit in your entirety within this helmet.
Dude, I totally remember this being a crab, not a hat.
And the helmet turns, and it just faces you.
I mean, like, Elion's trying to point this out, and Zamifi's just like, I'm not paying attention to you right now, Elion. It's not important.
I imagined even you couldn't. Well, never mind.
So, Miffy, I know you're not going to understand why this was so important. But I want you to know I've never been as proud of you as I was.
Look, would you just be quiet? I know that you think, and everybody else thinks, that she deserved to live. But in my gut, I know that she's not going to change.
Not right away. No.
And while we're waiting for her to change, what other evil things is she going to do? How many times is she going to accidentally, I don't know, set a fire to a church and say, oops, my bad, I'll try to do better?
I don't have all the answers, Zamifi.
She's playing on their sensibilities. And they're going to get hurt for it. But they don't want my help, so they don't need it.
It's not that they don't want your help, and it's certainly that they don't need, not that they don't need your help.
If everyone's going to turn on me and call me a murderer and all that stuff that I know I'm not, then I don't need to be friends with them. Because they're not nice people.
And cut to you guys.
Okay.
Ooh, so. I was down here when Zamifi walked off, right? Or was I not? Was I upstairs with Liliana?
When she walked off, after she walked off, you and I brought, or I brought, Nualia upstairs, locked her away, and you came to check on me when I didn't come back down after a certain amount of time.
Yes. So I'm gonna walk in. JD. Zamifi not back yet.
Gonna look around, give you another look. Guess she's not that tiny.
God damn it. Head down off towards the only other place that I know things can be.
Does Ileana go with him, or does Ileana stay in the makeshift temple room?
If Cross is wandering off, I'm going to make sure that nobody is wandering alone. I'm going to try to motion for you to follow us.
Well, that's what I was
I'm gonna
getting
follow
at. I
Cross.
wasn't going to stay here alone. I was going to follow.
Okay.
If you were following him. Albeit slowly.
And Auric is going to admire the gold pillar.
Ulrich, I wouldn't touch that. You'll probably die.
Probably worth it.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying that because I feel like Scott's character would at least think of it.
We locked her in a room. We manacled her hands and locked her away.
No, we didn't manacle our hands. She manacled herself.
Her hands. Well,
There's a difference.
Yeah, true.
There's a distinct difference.
She is presumably manacled.
one way earns our trust
And
if
blocked
she
away.
actually did it, and the other way, doesn't, because then we did it. But whatever. And one way gives her the option to have pretended to manacle, get away. We know it's a risk, but whatever.
And I'm going to poke my head in this room.
Alright. This room pretty much connects directly into the other room. That wall is actually not supposed to be there.
Oh.
Is it just
Yeah.
the wall or the floor?
This section of wall right here is actually not there.
I
Oh.
see.
So I thought it was the floor that had crumbled away, but the wall still remained because the two different levels or something. I don't know. That's what I thought with the stairs and the picture.
It
showing
quite
the
clearly
wall.
was a separate room at one point, but
Time has made it not so anymore.
yes.
That wall is showing. That wall is there. There's a hole in the floor.
No, that wall is actually not there on the proper map.
The room is that room is higher up than the one that Zamiti's in.
Yeah, but what he's saying is that not dice roller. What he's saying is that this is a taller chamber, so that wall isn't actually there. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that wall actually doesn't exist.
That doesn't make sense. If it doesn't exist, why is it there?
Because this is a fan-made map. Because the actual maps in the book are not that great.
Is actually a fan-made map, was
It's
my
a fan-made
guess.
map with more detail.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm looking around for her.
Cross. As you're looking around, when your eyes cross the stone etching, I'd actually like you to make a knowledge history check.
Sure.
See, I would have asked her all that if I actually had knowledge history, but I don't.
Not really. Yeah. Not great. Terrible.
This is why I didn't ask anyone else to roll this, because he was someone with a realistic chance of getting it, and he still didn't.
Fucking DC 3. Jesus Christ. That's intense, dude.
You're not really paying the the etching much mind as you're looking around the room. Do you have a light source?
I'll just cast light on myself.
All right.
And I'm looking around for Zamifi. Can I see her from here?
Make
So
a perception.
Look out over the room, like beside me in general. This is the only place I think she could have actually gone. So.
You don't see her because your attention is immediately drawn back to the large golden helmet, which turns back around in your direction.
That's weird. I didn't like that thing last time I was here. I don't like it now.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a crab.
Step out of this room real quick. Slowly back away. Shut that door. Just walk. Not up there.
With Anthony gone, it turns back around to look at Zamifi.
Who is currently picking up rocks, if there are any, and
So
the water.
Let's cut back to JD. Real quick, you said you're looking for magic.
I was
Nah.
perception
Not
and
rocks.
magic looking around this area.
Let's see. There's really nothing in this room aside from a bit of fading ambient magic. And I'd actually like you to make another knowledge history check as you go through the crypt.
I assume you're talking across when you say the knowledge history. What kind
Yeah.
of fading ambient magic?
Bit of rapidly declining necromancy.
How the fuck is it still here? Let me spellcraft this shit.
All right.
On the knowledge. Here's my pen.
You're not sure, but you guess that maybe whatever energy was keeping the shadows alive has been here for a while, had a chance to really soak in.
Is that my guess?
That's
No, that was
JD's.
my guess, was spellcraft and detect magic.
That's JD's. Anthony, you probably don't care too much about this right now, but going through the crypt, you notice that the carvings around that room on the walls, also there are carvings on the walls and a statue of a man wielding a glaive, holding a book. That is a fellow by the name of Karzug.
Karzug.
Yes.
I know of Karzug.
Was it a statue of a glaive, or was the glaive actually there, like in the last statue we found?
It was just a statue.
Okay. Darn.
He
Free
wanted
stuff!
another art glaive.
Free stuff!
Oh, you guys.
Hey, I'll take free stuff and sell it.
What do I know of Karzug?
You know that Karzug was a rather powerful wizard in his own right.
Really?
In fact, he was one of a group of people that come up a couple of times in Thessalonian historical circles. Something called Runelords.
Hmm.
Name drop.
Is that the first time I've heard of this phrase?
It's popped up here and there.
Is this the first time anyone's ever seen like what this guy looked like? Or are there like pictures and facsimiles of him in other literature?
There's pictures and
Who am I kidding? I'm sketching him anyway as soon as I get done. with
and
this.
rubbings of stone etchings
Yeah, I'm sketching him anyway.
and recovered statuettes and the like. But yeah,
This is sweet.
probably gonna sketch that at some point.
Let's like sketch the shit out of that, man. It's a boss.
So are you stopping your search to sketch, or are you continuing
No,
on?
I'm still going later.
All right. You see a shut door.
I'm gonna go back and get the others. Shut door. Haven't found her down the open corridor.
You didn't think to open the door?
I don't know what's on the other side.
I'll lead them. Gonna sling the bow back over my shoulder, pull out my sword cane, and lead.
I will produce the wand of magic missile.
And I'll go down the other hallway.
Why are you going down that hallway? We were just down. I was just. I told you.
Did you mention the giant hole in the floating head?
I told you guys about that before.
Did you?
I detailed the things that happened to me.
He did.
I told you about the golden helmet with fucking something in it. Didn't know what it was.
Gonna go take a peek at that helmet. Holler if you need me.
And I am going to push
JD.
or pull open the door.
Ground floor.
Okay. You both enter the room at more or less the same time. Almost immediately, because this guy's really on the ball today.
It's D3.
Once every time.
Helmet seems a bit confused. You both sort of came in at the same time. It's not quite sure who to focus on. Eventually, it sort of rests in the direction of Ileana and Zamifi because there's just more people in that direction to look at.
So it's a golden helmet floating in the water?
Floating? No. It's at the bottom of the water.
Oh, but it's looking up at us from the water?
Yeah. It's not a particularly deep pool, but yeah. There's a helmet just sitting in the water. Staring at passersby.
Gonna step a little bit closer to the crack just so I can get a better look down into that room. And
as you get closer to the water, it swiftly turns in your direction.
gonna step back one.
It slowly starts to turn away and looks at Zamifi and Ileana.
And then I'm gonna perceive and detect magic at it from here now that it's not looking at me anymore.
Okay, well...
Because that's a big gold helmet moving on its own. What the fuck?
Cross probably would have described it as some kind of sentry.
Well, you're really not entirely sure what it is.
Maybe an automaton of some description?
You can see what looks like something moving inside the helmet as it turns.
An ancient guardian.
And I couldn't detect magic? There's no magic that I detect?
There is no magic whatsoever.
Alright. How
that
well
you can
lit
detect.
is this area? Because he had light cast on him. So if there was no other light sources, I would have used a dancing light. So I have a ball of light floating around my head.
It's not terribly well lit.
Okay. I would have used a dancing light. Then I'm going to send that dancing light down into the eye socket of the helmet to light it up so I can see in there.
Okay. So...
Congratulations for activating the gibbering Melder!
Just gonna...
Well, there's 3 of them next to you guys!
So, okay, so here's what happens.
Or it's closer to you guys, I should say.
Terrible.
Once this happens, the helmet starts to rattle back and forth, and a series of spindly-looking legs come out the bottom of it. And the helmet stands up.
Oh my god, it is a gold automaton.
No, it isn't.
Nailed it.
And it is not happy. It is trying to
get away from the light.
It is trying to get that light out of its home.
An ancient guardian lurking for centuries to protect, or it's a crab and help.
I did not send away for this. Get it out of my house.
That is a crab and help.
I'll pull it back. Once it looks like it's just trying to get away from it, I'll just bring the light to the top of the room so that everyone who doesn't have dark vision can see it there. Hey Anthony, that's that giant thing you described was. Oh, you guys are over there. Okay, never mind. It's just a crab.
Well, that's today's biggest letdown.
I find it hilarious that you guys keep overestimating what's happening. Oh, the goblins clearly have some kind of call response system with arrows. Oh, no, they're just trying to kill it.
Not we. It's Anthony.
Really
Anthony's just assuming people are as smart as he is. And is going way too far in his guessing.
And is continually disappointed with the world.
It's like when you play fighting games and you're really good. You play against someone who's an idiot and you're setting up for all the complicated moves. And you're like, oh my god, he's just mashing buttons. What the fuck am I doing? I have to go dumb. I have to put myself on this level.
And then he wins.
And they win.
Inevitably.
First time.
Well, aside from the giant golden helmet, is there anything,
well...
Crabs. Fucking crab. I'm gonna be a goddamn crab.
Ooh, actually, when you detect... You actually do detect some magic in the pool of water.
Oh shit, crab.
Oh, I want to talk about that.
Jackass crab.
Boom! I know what it is.
Amulet of natural armor.
You with the other good rolls and the other shit.
Where do I sense the magic at?
It is in the pool.
Do you have mage hand?
That's what I was about to yell at Tony for.
Because I don't.
No, but you have something almost as good.
Jeff, does the amulet weigh less than a pound?
What are you yelling, or who are you yelling to?
Well, I was trying to get Jeff to tell me exactly where it was first, but
it's just somewhere in the general vicinity of the middle of the pool.
I'm going to take a cautious step forward just so I can peek around the corner and not yell as loudly, and hopefully not aggro the crab in the process.
When you step, it steps.
I'm going to sit here for a second and watch it.
Steps.
Is it just
It
a staring
stays
contest? Okay. Hey, Cross or Ileana, there's an amulet of natural armor in the pool, and I'm going to move the light so it's hovering directly over the
Make perception
aura.
checks, everyone.
I probably don't notice.
Anthony and is Anthony in the room actually?
Anthony's standing just outside.
Okay.
Probably peeking.
Anthony and JD are preoccupied with the magic item, but Ileana, you notice that when he puts the light over the water,
Now, it wouldn't have been like 2 inches
that
over
floor
the water.
is sparkling.
Oh.
That's a lot of coinage.
Oh, we might have to kill this crab.
We would probably kill the crab anyway.
Actually, Anthony has a spell that can do what I was thinking about doing.
I do? Elaborate.
Hey,
please.
guys.
Also,
As
Anthony,
soon as...
you have floating disc. Just pop up a big disc at the floor and pick up.
No, doesn't work that way.
Oh, darn.
something also you guys should know. Where did you put the light?
Where did you put the magic aura?
There-ish.
The light is centered over top of where I detected the magic aura.
Okay, that light, a claw bursts out of the water and tries to close around it.
It's like a cat trying to attack a laser pointer.
Assuming JD is laughing at the...
JD starts laughing and then starts playing with the crab by moving the light around the
JD, stop.
thing. What? Okay, never mind, he moved again. When she says stop, I'll stop, but...
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. I'm gonna notice where the aura is. Gonna take a moment to focus on it so that I can narrow it down. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor, not Mage Armor, Mage Hand.
You have that.
Yes.
It's
It
on
is
my
one of
list,
the most
but
useful
I
cantrips in
haven't picked it up
existence.
I did that today.
I picked up other things that were equally useful because I figured we have 3 casters.
Well, anyways,
Figured
yeah,
somebody would have
pulling
it.
the amulet out of the water. I'm
You
gonna
try
have it-
to.
Okay.
When it enters the water, the
It's an
crab immediately
invisible-
goes for the hand.
Hand that just...
It's not actually a hand.
It's like
It's-
telekinesis.
It's Mage Hand is a little, basically a force presence that you can use to manipulate small objects.
So it would in fact displace water, is what
Yes.
you're saying. Yeah,
But
so the
it
crab
can't-
goes for the hand.
Be attacked, can it?
Don't see why it can't.
Okay.
It's just most people
Ileana,
don't
try
do.
that again. And I'm gonna start playing with the crab and the laser pointer over here against this wall now. To keep it
I'm
distracted.
gonna try to grab the amulet again.
Like, I would specifically be trying to keep the crab
I
in this. Ah! No! You can't do that without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Scary crab.
Bad touch, bad touch.
it has claws. Every touch is a bad touch.
Anyways, yeah, keeping it distracted, is she able to pick up the amulet this time? Does it go for the light or the force effect?
JD, you've been looking at this helmet crab for a while now. Make an appraise check.
Oh, you're gonna make me want to murder the fuck out of this crab, aren't you?
This is something you'd probably notice in the amount of time you're playing with this crab.
Do have appraise trained, just not very good at it yet.
The helmet looks nice.
I mean, it looks like a solid gold helmet. It's probably worth a lot. It's also probably really heavy.
You're probably noticing the coins more now as it's actually trundling around, upsetting the sea floor, as it were.
Trundling.
Hey, Is there a limit on how often you can do that, Ileana?
No,
There's a lot of coinage at the bottom of that water.
I can see it. Been able to see it for a while, but at the same time, I'm not particularly fond of sitting here for 5+ hours while we pick it all out. I'm gonna get what's valuable.
Oh, it's
And
all
do I
valuable.
have the Amulet of Natural Armor?
You do.
I'm going to hold it out to Zamifi. I'm going to give it to who can use it best. And then I think we should move on.
Hey, Anthony.
Zamifi has been pointedly ignoring every single one of you by, like, staring at a wall the entire time.
In that case, does Zamifi already have a next slot item?
I don't know. I legitimately do not know. Probably not. No, you gave her a ring of protection, but that's it.
I am going to loop the amulet around her neck, just sort of over her head, maybe over Eliana. Eliana sitting on her head. Let it rest on her chest.
Still ignoring you.
Let's go. We can always come back later.
Hey, Anthony. Can you put it to sleep so we could grab that without killing the crab? Or would you have to come back tomorrow for that? I actually apparently just got disconnected from my internet, so give me a second and we'll be back and get the session back going.
Living alive longer.
Oh, okay, I'm back. After Ileana said let's go, JD called back real quick. Anthony, can you put that thing to sleep, or would we have to come back tomorrow for that? So we can collect the whatever's at the bottom of the pool without actually having to hurt the crab.
We'd have to come back tomorrow.
Okay. I'm going to make sure I'm out. Oh, go ahead.
There's a chance I could take it down for maybe a minute, but nothing more than color spray.
Yeah, we would need a little bit more time than that. JD's going to make sure he steps around the corner before pulling the light quickly back through out of the crab's home, but I don't want it to, aggro on me.
Are you pulling the light, or are you just snuffing the light?
Remember that the light only lasts for a minute, so you'd have to constantly be recasting it.
No, does it only last a minute?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I roll a d10 at the beginning of combat on Talia to see how long it's been since I recasted it.
Alright, never mind.
How long did all that take then?
It took at least a minute or two. You'd probably have to have recasted it.
Alright, so at the second minute, I would walk away and just let it wink out. I wouldn't cast it a third time.
There's a very confused hermit crab looking around.
The hermit, he finally got it. He did good. He beat the thing that invaded his home.
Great. Good job, Krabby. Good job, Krabby.
Good job, Mr. Krabs.
Good job, Mr. Krabs.
This is Patrick.
Ah! Ah!
Is there anything in these alcoves, or was the fog of war just cut off?
There are things in those alcoves. Cadavers, mostly.
Oh. Because, I mean, I was perceptioning around the room. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss a door or something. Perceiving, not perceptioning.
Yeah, no, I didn't draw attention to it because it's a crypt.
Yeah.
There's dead shit here.
Obviously.
Things died in here.
No, things were put in here after they died. There's a difference.
Bit of both.
Well, okay, fair.
You don't technically know that part.
Remember, they were whatever dead thing these were produced shadows, so likely they died under pretty terrible circumstances.
Yeah, we re-deaded them.
No, we killed them out here. Semantics. Gonna join Ileana back up here in this hallway.
All right.
Watching the crab. On the wall.
Now you're the source of the light, Anthony. It's gonna come after you.
I'm gonna keep sulking, or we're gonna go kill some monsters. And I am going to sit down against this wall by the door. Not going anywhere without you. I'm assuming Zamifia is still staring at the wall.
Yeah, and she's still ignoring you.
Okay.
I'm gonna message into her ear. It's probably more difficult to ignore.
Cast message in her left ear while you actually lean over and start talking to her right ear.
Oh, that would be
Binaural
so
effects.
weird.
Can't ignore this! Oh.
In one ear and in the other.
Surround sound.
We going to sit here until I die of old age, or what? God knows I'll get to it quicker than you will. Can always wait till we both starve. One of us has to eat eventually.
Are you actually like looking at her or just like kind of talking to her back?
I'm looking at her.
Because like she was staring out, like she's sitting on the edge of the water and staring at like the wall across. So like, are you looking at her face or are you like talking to her back?
I talk to her back in that case. I can't get around to her face. So.
Okay.
You could stand directly beside her and like lean over.
That's not Cross's style. It's too directly attempting to be comforting.
Yes, but it's her
By all means,
style.
proceed with what you were doing.
You're dealing with her. You're smarter than that.
Oh wait, how were you sitting by the water, by the way?
Cross-legged, I guess.
Okay.
Not dangling your feet in.
I wanted to dangle my feet in, but then the crab didn't try to eat me, so...
I bet that'd change it.
I probably would change its mind.
Yeah, since the crab wasn't eating me, I just assumed I was cross-legged. Made sense in my head. I mean, I know my head's special, and Sneaky's head is also special, but...
You're not even this quiet when you sleep. I've heard you snore. I don't know how long you think you can put up with me here, but it's probably longer than I could put up with standing here talking to nothing. I certainly would rather move on and not leave you here to get eaten by the crowd. God damn it. Elion, talk some sense into your progeny. Don't have the patience for this shit.
So, Miffy, just because they disagree with you doesn't mean they don't like you.
As soon as I walk up to the rest of the party, it's going to be grabbing at some of the loose strands of hair on my head, my beard, and going,
Oh, my hair is going to be full white by the time I finish dealing with this girl.
For anyone who's interested, Auric has stood basically stock still in the same position you left him in.
Works weird, dude.
After
Well,
after getting here, I would have taken a look at the pillar from here and thrown a detect magic at it.
I would have done the same thing.
All right, well now. That's important. Okay, the pillar itself is in fact magical.
Of course, gold coins that big don't exist.
24 spellcraft at it.
What's this? Let's see.
This might require a knowledge arcana check instead, I don't remember.
I need to look this up real quick. I might get it.
If it's knowledge arcana, it's a 20. I've only got a +5 in that. If it's a spellcraft, then, 24.
Well, it is in fact a spell. I just need to check something real quick.
I don't remember what effect it is, so...
It was what, 10 plus double the spell's level?
15.
Okay.
I should still get it. That would have been a 4th level spell. Or 5th level. No, 5th level I would not attack. 4th level I would.
Alright, you don't know what it is. It's robust, whatever it is.
Higher than a 5th level spell. Impressive. Look back to Ileana. Well, I can tell that it's a insert school of magic here. But
it is, it's an illusion spell.
I can tell it's an illusion spell, but I'm not sure which one. You think you can get it?
I'm going to take a look.
At this point, Auric's going to turn around. What do you mean illusion? You mean that ain't real gold?
No, it's not.
Well, I'm going to start doing things the traditional way without the aid of magic, because I am no expert on magic, and I'm going to start looking over the pillar of coins, as well as the surrounding walls.
Not much better than mine, sadly.
Whilst you're doing that, Auric is gonna walk up to the illusory gold pillar.
Really wouldn't touch that, Oric.
What the bloody hell are we waiting here for?
Don't do it.
And he's gonna kick the pillar, and
oh, damn it.
he's gonna immediately start clutching his leg. Stop. God! Thought you said it was an illusion.
Just because it's an illusion doesn't mean it doesn't actually exist.
I said the gold was an illusion.
There could be a pillar underneath it, or it could be an actual illusion of large gold coins. They are there unless you have a strong enough mind to believe otherwise. So here's what I'm going to do to try and prove my point. I'm going to reach out and I'm going to touch the pillar. Will save, right?
Yep.
Do I have a plus 11 or a plus 10? I'm at a plus 10.
What's the will save to disbelieve again?
Would be based on the spell level and the relevant casting score of the spell in question.
It should give you a DC in the description of what's going on.
If it doesn't, then easy formula. You take the level of spell.
Okay.
You add that to 10.
All right.
And then whatever the spell level is, calculate the minimum required score to cast that spell. So whatever intelligence score.
Well, it actually has a caster level listed right here. So
caster level isn't important.
All right.
The int score that was used to cast it is. So if it's a 5th level spell, you need a 15 intelligence to cast it. A 15 int gives you a plus 2, so it would be, in this case, 10 plus 5 plus 2, DC 17. If it were a 9th level spell, then it would be 19 plus 4, because you need a 19 int in order to cast it. So that's a plus 4 mod.
Well, you can see start to see a stone pillar underneath the gold coins.
So my hand sort of touches up against it, and it sort of pseudo passes through, but not really.
No, it's right there. In fact, it's a really well-made illusion, but it doesn't feel like gold.
Okay.
It feels like stone.
I'm gonna rap at it with the back of my knuckles. Yeah, in this particular case, I can still see the gold outline after interacting with it, but there is actual stone underneath. So
I can see that, thanks.
I mean, Auric, I did tell you not to touch it like 4 times before you kicked it.
Oh. If there's something behind here, there's got to be some sort of, there is actually something under the illusion. There has to be some way of moving things. How about you guys get the far wall over there, start taking a look around, and I'll keep looking around over here.
Hey Anthony, can you just spell it? I don't know how to do that yet.
Dispelling the effect would be kind of pointless. There is actually stone underneath it.
But we don't know where exactly the stone goes underneath it, what it's there. The illusion could also be hiding a trap on the stone.
Not that I can see.
Fortunately.
I just interacted with it. I can see what's underneath it. It's a stone pillar.
I think I could probably stop something as it was being cast, but not something like this. I don't have the spell for it.
I suppose I will start taking 20 to some sort of hidden switch. Got nothing better to do while we're waiting for Zamifi.
And I'm gonna keep looking in this general area.
Oh, well, I guess actually, if Anthony's looking there, I'll look here.
Alright,
And I've got this section.
okay, Ileana, you don't actually see anything at first glance on this pillar.
What about the walls around it, nearby? Don't want to just examine the pillar.
Right. Yeah, you don't see anything on these walls.
Okay.
JD's sort of mumbling to himself. It'd be really great if a certain someone would get over herself and we could just break the pillar.
That would take hours.
We don't know.
That would take hours, assuming it's solid stone.
If it's solid. I can't see it, and you haven't described it.
Oric, do you think that was solid stone that you kicked?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
There's your answer.
There's a difference between kicking something and hitting it with the intention of knocking it over.
I'm gonna pull out my Morning Star and I'm gonna whack it as hard as I can against the side of the pillar.
Okay, roll your damage.
8 plus 4 with two-handing.
Okay. That's a pretty strong reverberation coming back up your Morning Star into your arms.
Totally expected that. I'm going to look back at JD, going to put the Morning Star back into the belt loop.
JD's going to obviously roll his eyes, but she still needs to get over herself and come back.
She'll get to it eventually.
It's not like we don't have a little bit of a time to or anything.
Alright. I can't find anything over here. Let's switch things up. Cross, you and me switch places. Fresh eyes.
Doubt I'll find anything if you didn't.
I know that because my take 20 comes up with a 22.
Yeah, no, JD would have been the one you wanted for that.
Well, I'm gonna search the far wall now.
Okay, what's Zamifi doing during all of this?
Continue searching by little corner here, I guess.
Staring at a wall, gritting her teeth.
Must be thinking about something.
Thinking about ignoring the world.
Those are weird.
And also how you guys all came down here, but not one of you had the balls to say you were sorry or ask if she was okay.
Because we're not sorry.
I had attempted very hard to strike up conversations.
And I mean, Elion phrased it perfectly. We're allowed to disagree with you.
You tried very hard to strike up a conversation by insulting her.
When did I insult her?
No one insulted her.
When did I insult her?
Like, you talked down to her. You didn't treat her like an equal.
That's how Cross talks.
Yeah, well, it's not the way to convince somebody to be your friend either.
No, but it's how Cross has acted the entire campaign and how she expects him to act.
I'm not saying he was doing anything wrong. I'm saying that's why Zamifi didn't respond.
Whatever.
Alright, so while this is going on, is anyone gonna go talk to Zamifi?
Nope.
I'm gonna keep looking.
Alright, you don't find anything. Neither of you.
What I can.
I'm gonna start taking 20 then. I'm just gonna...
You scouring this room?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop looking at this wall and go look at the other wall because now Anthony's blind and can't see anything. Taking 20 will give me 32.
Alright, after about a half hour of staring at this wall, you notice something.
Who is you?
JD.
Okay.
You notice a bit of dust on the wall is fallen away. Looks to be a bit of a hole in the wall.
I'm gonna arcane mark above it and make the mark visible. Hey Liana, over here. And I'm gonna step back out of her way.
Okay. I'll walk over to examine it.
I'm gonna take this time to sketch that fucking statue.
Ileana, you notice a hole in the wall, a thin little slot partially filled with dust. And I'd like you to make another perception check.
Okay. Any useful... Oh,
hang on.
continue.
Hang on. You see, you can actually see from here in the other wall, opposite it, another such slot, completely filled with dust.
Gonna take a moment to try to remove dust. Either sticking my finger in there, and if that doesn't work, I'll take out my dagger and I'll try to scrape it out that way.
If you point out the second hole while you're working on the first hole, I'll use prestidigitation to clean out the dust from the other hole. I'm gonna clean it from over here where it's safe.
If you do that while I'm trying to scrape it out, I'm just gonna look at you. I'm gonna say...
Well, that's why I said if you point out that hole, I'll clean out that hole while you clean out that hole.
No. I just wanted to remove some of the dust from the one that's completely filled. So I'll walk over there. I'll do that. Huh. About how big are these slots?
Roughly coin-sized.
Gonna need to get to the bottom of that pool.
So like a vending machine slot?
Yeah.
In that case, dagger can't fit in there. Sword can't fit in there. Arrow can't fit in there. Which means it won't be able to shoot arrows back out at us, which is a good thing.
Pop in a
Probably
copper
bit
and a soda
too
pops out.
small. Probably a bit too small for a dart as well. Too thin.
It's just like a ye old dispensary. Soda fountain.
Hey, JD.
Yep.
See if there are any more of these nearby. Now that we know what we're looking for. Just give another quick sweep over the walls.
Well, are you saying just look, or are you saying take 20?
Just give a sweep. Now that we know that there are a few things here, are there any more?
In that case, I'll just take 10 to do a quick search. 22.
You able to find any more?
No, so far as you can see, there's just the two.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, that's all.
Gonna look back at the pillar and of the outline of coins that I can see. Gonna ruffle around in my coin pouch for a moment. I'm gonna take out 2 gold pieces. JD. Take one.
Oh, do you think we have to? Damn.
I don't know.
He's gonna take one and step up to one of the holes.
I'm gonna step up to the other, or the one that I was already standing next to.
I'm gonna time it with her to insert coin into said slot.
On 0, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And then it goes.
You slide the coins in, and the nuclear launch codes are released.
2 players. Pick your character. Ready, fight!
Yeah, but no, the pillar starts to turn, and it starts very noisily, like everyone can hear this. Very, very noisily descends into the ground.
Well, there goes the element of surprise.
I just like to point out the fact that he clearly pointed out that the player has cleric levels.
Oh?
It turned.
Uh,
That was a terrible joke. I'm so ashamed for having gotten that immediately.
That's the kind of recognition that I want. That was shit. I know!
Well,
I'm going back.
Congratulations. Did it?
Pay to play.
I don't know what that means.
I'm going to point at my arcane mark, which is over a slot that is coin sized.
His eyes looks close. Gold. That actually makes sense.
I guess the idea is that the pillar succeeds to those who add to it, or something like that.
Anthony's going to look back towards the ocean area where all those coins were.
Well, I think we already saw where they came out.
Maybe.
Yeah, we should go back and borrow some
Later.
before we leave.
We should go back and borrow Paladin.
I'll do it.
It wasn't very successful last time I tried.
This is what I'm best at. I'll figure it out.
Thanks, Ileana.
Gonna poke my head through the door. What's Impy up to?
Well, it has been more than 30 minutes at this point. So, perhaps instead of staring at a wall, she's staring at her feet and probably is looking less tense. Kind of like slumped and like staring at her lap, I guess.
I'm going to go and sit down next to her. So, do you want me to get to the point, or do you want me to start with banter?
When you sit down next to her and start talking, she tenses up again, but like doesn't move from the position she's in. Like she kind of like grits her teeth and like her hands would probably clench.
She say anything?
No.
Banter it is. So that big pile of gold coins upstairs, we discovered isn't actually a big pile of gold coins. It's an illusion disguising a pillar that we were able to remove. So we figured out how to continue. You might have heard it moving out of the way. So we decided that it probably wasn't a good idea to move on without you, which is why I volunteered to come and check on you.
Oh, so now you need me.
I want to point out that we'd probably all be dead if you weren't here, so I'd say
Then why don't any of you listen to me? And why do you all talk down to me like I'm a child?
Have I ever talked down to you?
You're the only one who hasn't. You're the one she likes the least, Nick. You should just keep your mouth shut.
JD doesn't talk down to you because JD doesn't talk to you.
Well,
Except to legitimately call her like a murderer or stupid. Like he has never said a word that was nice to her.
well, I can make a guess if you want as to why the other two talk down to you.
Just because I'm small and I think different doesn't mean that I'm not good at what I do.
I agree. Here's my thought. Cross probably talks down to you because you have a childish sort of mind. That isn't to say that that's a bad thing, but he's an old guy, a grumpy face, I believe you've called him before. He's probably not very good with kids, and you probably remind him a lot of kids. JD talks down to everybody, except for when he's in trouble.
Well, if they can't be nice, then I don't have to help them. They don't want me there, so I don't want to be there.
Oh, what if I want you there?
Well, you're outvoted.
Last I counted, that was one. Oh, you mean they outvote me? Okay. Well, I suppose if this was a vote, then yes, I would be. But last I checked, nobody ever called for a vote. Well, all right, let's get down to business then. That's been enough banter. You okay? Have I offended you? I know I kind of started the thing upstairs, so have I offended you?
They called me a murderer and a monster because I wanted to hurt somebody who had hurt a lot of people. And I wanted to stop them from hurting more people. So now I'm a murderer and a monster. So what does that make me when I go and I kill monsters or other bad people? Like, because I still think she's a monster. I think what she did was monstrous. So if I hunt a monster, Is that still murder?
Therein lies the difference, Zabifi.
Leon, I think I got this. Here's the thing. If I did something questionable, if I killed a bunch of people, would you consider me a monster?
It depends. Did you do it on purpose? Did you plan to do it like she did? Because she had books and papers and minions and all this other stuff. But is it like an accident, or did you purposely plan to kill all of those people?
Let's say I purposefully planned to kill 5 people. Would I
What
be a
did
bad
those
person?
5 people do? Were they bad people or were they good people? Did they have children and families and all of that stuff like the people that she killed did?
Let's say 3 of them had families, at least 1 child each, and a spouse. Let's say 1 of them was my own parent, and let's say 1 of them was somebody who I didn't know. So I didn't know enough about them for that to be relevant, or for me to be able to guess. And let's say that the person who I didn't know had demeaned me earlier that day. Let's say that the 3 people who I did know had demeaned me every day of their life, and let's say my own parent had imprisoned me in my room.
Look.
For months.
I understand that she had a hard childhood, and I understand that you're trying to make that argument. But just because somebody's life sucks doesn't mean you should kill everybody else.
I agree. But different people react to things differently.
Everybody has a choice. And when you choose to hurt people because they hurt you, then when you choose to hurt people that haven't even hurt you because somebody did hurt you, that's wrong. Now, I'm okay to an extent with you lashing out against people who do hurt you, but when you go and you lash out against your neighbor who wasn't involved at all because somebody else said you were a meanie face, that's wrong.
Okay.
Your neighbor didn't know anything about it. Your neighbor didn't know any better. Your neighbor wasn't involved in any of the situation. So when you decide that you're going to kill your neighbor because so-and-so over there called you a meanie face, then that is wrong. And that's what she did.
That's true. Of course, we're overly simplifying the situation, but yeah, in essence, you're right. So, here's what I'm trying to get at. If somebody does that, it makes them a bad person. If somebody rescues 5 people who are going to be murdered, that makes them a good person, right?
Sure. They have good intentions, at least.
Okay. So, what happens when what's the best way to put this? Okay. What happens when you kill someone and then you save somebody else's life. Do they cancel each other out?
No.
Okay. Why not?
It's hard for me to explain, but if I think about it, you could save somebody's life every single day and nobody ever notice. But the moment you kill someone, you've destroyed something so entirely that it touches people, multiple people.
So what you do has to be recognized in order for it to be good or evil?
No, but I'm saying that you hurt more people by killing one person than you help people by saving one person.
Well, what about... Okay, so if somebody dies, if I kill someone, then I hurt their friends and family. If I save somebody's life, then I save their life and help them, and I help his family and friends, don't I? I stopped them from feeling pain.
Well, let's say right now, somebody goes into the Rusty Dragon and kills Mrs. Omeko, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to hurt everybody in Sandpoint. Right?
Everybody who cared about her.
Now, let's say before somebody stabbed her, somebody conked that guy over the head with a beer bottle or something. Okay, so now you saved her life. That guy is pretty cool. He saved her life. But, the argument then becomes, she's a Mako. She could have totally saved herself. So then what if it were somebody who wasn't a Mako, who couldn't save themselves? And it was like a little kid. Alright, the little kid would probably look at you for saving them and be like, hey, you're pretty awesome. And the mom would probably look at you and be like, hey, you're pretty awesome. But, it's easier to destroy than it is to save. And when you start destroying, you destroy more than when you start saving.
We lost Scott.
Oh, did we? Didn't alert me.
Sorry. Computer
Okay.
didn't give me a warning. Last thing I heard was it's easier to destroy than it is to save.
Yeah. It's easier to destroy than it is to save, so when you start destroying... I don't remember what I said at all.
You basically said that
Yeah.
destroying something affects more people than saving something.
Yeah.
Well, you've just hit at the heart of the matter, haven't you? It's easy for you to kill somebody as opposed to saving somebody. It's easy for somebody to do the wrong thing as opposed to the right thing. So what happens when somebody does something bad because it's easy, because they feel they have no other choice, or because somebody tells them it's the smart thing to do or the right thing to do?
I like to think that everybody knows what is good and what is bad. And everybody has a choice to make. So that when, Billy Bob punches you in the face, you don't stab Susie Camper.
Well,
because everybody should know Susie Camper didn't have anything to do with that. So even if you want to murder Billy Bob, you should leave Susie Camper out of it. And that when you stab Susie Camper because Billy Bob punched you in the face, that's when you go from being, maybe just like a person using self-defense to a person actively trying to harm things. There's self-defense and there's you being taught this and that and all that other, but what did Susie Camper ever do to you?
Well, I think that the better question is, what did the person who manipulated you into doing it tell you Susie Camper did? The only reason, no, not the only reason, that's the wrong thing to say. Nualia, after the initial act of evil, continued to do evil because it was the easier thing to do. But Cross told me this while he was reading the journals. He was feeding me information. Nualia heard the voice of Lamashtu, and Lamashtu was the one that convinced her to burn down the church. If your God, or if any God, were to reach down and talk to you in a moment where you were desperate or when you needed help, would you turn them down?
Aren't I questioning the tenets of my God right this very moment because you guys said I was a murderer?
I didn't say that. I don't think you can be called a murderer any more than I can. Any more than JD or Cross can.
I killed those guys upstairs. I smashed their skulls in with a hammer. The goblins and that other guy with the bow and the...
We fought.
I'm no better than the people that we've been fighting. So obviously you guys need to find a better person.
That's not
I'm a
true.
Good person.
It's okay, Leon. I got this. Trust me here.
No, it's not okay. That is not true, Samifi Thunderflute.
Shut up, bird. The diplomats are into shit.
You're not here.
Oh, I know. I just like hearing Scott talk.
Well, if Leon's jumping in, by all means, continue.
Samifi. Throughout the entire time I've known you, you have taken to your appointed task of monster hunter extraordinaire with the zeal that surprises and at times stymies even myself.
Why couldn't the goblins be saved? Why are we saving this one person and we didn't try to save anyone else?
Because sometimes it's easier to kill than it is to try and help somebody.
Are we going to try and save everyone else that we meet?
I don't think so. Some people, if we know enough about them and if we think they can be changed.
Well, I still don't think she can be changed. Everything that you've told me doesn't indicate that to me. But at the same time, I don't want to say, let's save her, and then the next time we walk up to some Joe Schmo and he's like, rawr, I'm gonna stab this guy, and I crack his head with a hammer, and then like murder, and then kill him and say Joe Smo was obviously a bad guy. He didn't deserve a second chance. If you're gonna save her, you have to save everyone.
And trying to save everybody is going to lead to all of our deaths.
So what if it does? That means we're doing the right thing, right?
If we all die, can we continue to do the right thing?
We won't know unless we try.
I'm gonna put my food down now.